When I bought the old Dawson Ranch out on Mesa Ridge, it was supposed to be the start of a quiet retirement. 500 acres of pasture, longhorns, a restored 1960s barn, and a steel gate with my family crest on it. Peace and pride, just like I'd always dreamed. But peace ended the moment the HOA from the adjacent development, Willow Estates, got it in their heads that my access road disrupted their aesthetic. And they made one fatal mistake. They messed with the wrong landowner. The issue started when Willow Estates expanded. The developer built a luxury cul-de-sac right up to the edge of an old county easement. My easement, that had been on record for 75 years. It was the only paved road that led to the north entrance of my property. I'd been using it for feed trucks, equipment, and the occasional vet visit. Then one morning I found my gate blocked, with a decorative HOA-approved stone median planted right across my easement. No warning, no letter, just a smug little garden bed full of hydrangeas and a hand-painted sign that read, "Private Drive, Willow Residents Only." I confronted the HOA president, a guy named Todd in a pastel golf shirt. He smiled and said, "You're welcome to reroute your entrance. We've beautified the road for the sake of the community." I replied, "You just blocked a legal access point." Todd shrugged. "The road is maintained by our HOA now. It's not your land anymore." He was wrong. Very, very wrong. What Todd didn't know was that I've been in agriculture real estate for 40 years. And when I smelled something foul, it wasn't just cow manure, it was legal vulnerability. So I did some digging. Turns out when Willow Estates annexed that stretch of road, the developer kept ownership of the pavement itself, intending to transfer it later to the county. But the transfer never happened, which meant the road was still privately owned. And the best part? The holding company that owned it was delinquent on taxes, $1,376 unpaid over 3 years. I went to the county office, paid the back taxes, and bought the road at a lien sale for under $1,400. Within 2 weeks, the deed was mine. I owned the pavement, sidewalk, curbs, all of it. The next HOA board meeting was unforgettable. I walked in with the deed in one hand and a rolled blueprint in the other. I now own Ridge Hollow Way, the entire street from the highway to the back cul-de-sac, which means I control access. You trespassed when you blocked my easement. Todd turned white. I continued. Effective immediately, all HOA members must pay a private use fee for driving on my road. Since you want exclusivity, I'm happy to provide it. At $350 per homeowner per month. The board erupted. Lawsuits were threatened. Insults flew. But I stood my ground, and the law was on my side. They tried to fight it, claimed it was public use by default. But the records were airtight. The street had never been accepted by the county, and now it was mine. Eventually, they surrendered. The HOA entered into a contract where they leased back access to the road at my terms. I tripled their dues, collected retroactive beautification damages, and made them dig up the flower bed they'd installed on my gate. The stone from their precious median? I repurposed it to build a fountain shaped like a middle finger, which now sits proudly outside my gate. Todd moved 6 months later. Rumor is he sold at a loss. Now every time one of those luxury SUVs rolls over my pavement, they're contributing to the ranch they tried to block. And me? I got my peace back, and a few extra grand in monthly income for the trouble. Lesson learned. Don't ever plant flowers on a man's driveway without asking, especially if he can buy the ground beneath your feet.